How's it going, all you guys and girls in the Illumination? Time to jump aboard the Loom Train. It's me, JJD, JJ Double J, the Illuminator here. Also known by almost countless other aliases and nicknames. We won't get into that right now. The term opposites attract is very popular, especially when it comes to having friends or looking for a mate or anything like that. Boyfriends, girlfriends, husbands, wives, whatever. And that's very true depending on how you look at things. It could be very true. But also, sometimes having a lot in common can also be just as true. And let me give you a little example. Not so much lately, but way before the pandemic, anytime that professional wrestling was closest arena to me is in Providence, Rhode Island. Anytime, of course, it's called the Dunkin' Donut Center. The arena named after a donut. The Dunkin' Donuts Center in Providence. Anytime that professional wrestling was going to be there, I would pretty much go there early. You go to the back where all the wrestlers arrive. You can get autographs and stuff like that if you're lucky. Of course, there's also a couple of hundred other people trying to do that as well. But because you're all there with a common goal, a lot of times you can strike up conversations with people you don't know because they like the same thing that you like. They're there because of the wrestlers, because of the wrestling. So it's easier to make fast friends because you have something to bond with. You know, it's not the opposites attract, it's having something in common can attract you to people. And I'm not even talking about I'm just talking about in general. It's easier for a shy person to talk with someone that has a like that they have. And I know that from a fact because I've seen it, dozens and dozens of times. Not just with wrestling, but if you're at a concert for music, you're there because most likely you like the same musician, so you can have something to talk about. It makes things easier because you have something in common. That also can be true for looking for someone to spend the rest of your life with. Having something in common, or many things in common, could end up being something that is good. It depends, and it doesn't always affect people all in the same way. It's different for everyone. Some people like blondes, some people like brunettes, the same way that some people would rather have a lot of differences because it works for them. But usually, for the most part, usually, it helps to have something in common to have that foundation on. Whether it's even something as trivial as a favorite TV show or a favorite sports team or anything. It doesn't even have to be that trivial. It could be something bigger. Like having the same type of being in the same kind of job or something. I wouldn't necessarily always suggest that you could date where you work because it's not always a good thing. They say you don't poop where you eat, but definitely having something in common can help with relationships, whether they're romantic or friendship. And a lot of people don't understand that. They don't try to look for that because sometimes you have to look. You have to look for that one thing sometimes and build your friendship on that. It's easier than it sounds if you just do it. And by doing that, you just talk. Just say, "Hey, do you like whatever?" And sometimes you can find out, and sometimes they'll say, "No, but I like this," and they say, "Oh, well, okay, well, let's talk about that because I know a little bit about that," and that's how it starts. So having a relationship, whether it's romantic or friendship, it's not as hard as it seems. Sometimes having something in common and finding that common ground makes all the difference. Anyway, enough of that. I'm off to the races. I love you all. Stay safe. This is the Illuminator, and I'll be back.
Game over.
I will not serve this on the loom train.